Well, I finesse. How the hell you get to younger status? I finesse. How he get a crew to straight up back him? I finesse. How you get so swollen? That shit magic? I finesse. How much was your packer blood was taxing? I finesse. King of my call, I'm king of the talk, I'm king of the camera, you king of forgot.
I have been invited to play the NIGHTREIGN closed beta test. So yeah, I wanted to make a video about this way earlier, but you know, I was thinking like, nah, it might be better if I make a video as the beta starts to draw closer. So I'm pretty sure we all know about our news that had dropped yesterday. I wanted to kind of cover that, but I didn't get the chance to because I was more so focused with Lies of P. There's, you know, new DLC, and I love Lies of P. That was one of my favorite games that had dropped in 2023. And it is one of my favorite games that I've ever played. It's beautiful, honestly. And yeah, I'm gonna replay it, but I'm gonna do it on the channel. But anyways, enough about that. Elden Ring NIGHTREIGN is very close. We got our release date, which is May 30th. It's honestly way closer than you thought. And I feel like some people are wondering about Elden Ring NIGHTREIGN. Like, is this really a sequel to Elden Ring? Like, what's going on? Is it like a prequel or whatever? So, from my understanding, this is like another Elden Ring. I wouldn't really say this is like a sequel or a prequel or anything like that. Just more like this is just another Elden Ring. I wouldn't even call this like DLC. It's just more like they took Elden Ring, but they put it in a roguelite format. If you don't know what roguelite is or what games are affiliated with like as a roguelite, think of games like Hades, Dead Cells, Returnal. Those are the top three that I can think of at the top of my head, but there's more like Have a Nice Death. There's a lot. There's a lot. I can't go through all of them, but basically those type of games, basically where you start a session run and you just keep going until you die or until you beat that session run. But if you die, you got to start all the way back from the beginning, powering yourself back up until the final moment of that run that you're doing. And usually in roguelites, I'm wondering if it's going to happen in Elden Ring NIGHTREIGN, I'm not sure, but usually in roguelites, usually when you, like for example Dead Cells, when you go through a session run in Dead Cells and you make it to the final boss and you beat him, you earn a boss seal. And after you earn that boss seal, if you equip that boss seal, now the runs get a lot more harder. But if you can beat that run, you'll get another boss seal, give you 2 boss seals, and it keeps going on so and so until you reach 5 boss seals. So you know, runs can get harder, but at the same time there will be a lot more included in your runs that you can acquire, interact with, or whatever else, you know. Same thing with like Hades as well. Returnal, well, I don't know about Returnal, I never beat Returnal, but I do know the more that you gradually go through Returnal, the more stuff that you unlock, more abilities that you can use, skills that you can use, so on and so forth. So yeah, I wonder if Elden Ring NIGHTREIGN is going to give us those same qualities of a roguelite, because that's pretty much what this game is showing us and displaying to us. So yeah, now keep in mind, for those who are, I'm pretty sure you guys know, but for those who don't, if you are in the Elden Ring NIGHTREIGN closed beta session, you know what I'm saying, if you are in the closed beta session, we have a schedule. So basically this is our network's test schedule. If you don't know it, you got to keep this in mind by your own time zone. Okay, so right now the PT, this is Pacific time zone. Now I'm Central time zone, so if you are Central time zone, just follow along with me. The first 2 sessions right here, the first session right here is early morning. So for me, for Central time zone, it would be 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. on Friday. Session 2, this would be 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Session 3, which is a Saturday, which will be 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. So Central time zone is basically 2 hours ahead of Pacific time zone. Eastern time zone is 3 hours ahead. So just letting y'all know, keep that in mind. Yeah. The network test is a preliminary verification test in which selected testers play a portion of the game prior to the full game launch. Various technical verifications of online systems will be examined by conducting a large-scale network load test. So I will see if I can be able to find people I can actually play with, but I feel like most of my time of recorded videos that I'm gonna give to you guys is gonna be like solo content, but I would like to try to get some online content to play with like friends. So that way, you know, you guys can see how the online feels, or at least looks. I can't say feel. You guys won't be able to feel it. The only person who will be able to feel it are the people who are trying out the game. So, you know, but there are going to be 4 classes within this network test, and it is 3-player co-op. In the full game launch, there will be 8 classes, but so far these are the 4 classes we got. We have the Wilder, which is pretty much the all-around class. It has a claw shot, which you can use to jaw in enemies, or you could use it to move around the field. You have an onslaught stake, which is pretty much like a powerful weapon to where you launch an iron stake that does a great explosion. Think of the stake drive or pow drive. I forgot what it's called, but it's kind of reminding me of the weapon in Bloodborne, if you know what I'm talking about. We have the Guardian, a character with high defensive capabilities who can also use a shield and withstand the most various enemy attacks. Whirlwind, swing a grappling claw and draw in foes and move swiftly by retracting. And Wings of Salvation, leap up and dive back down to raise a protective area. Oh, so that's what it does. I thought it was just you was just jumping up in the air and striking down enemies within the area you strike, but it puts down a protective area. That's interesting. Okay. Duchess, for what I've heard, is pretty much like the glass cannon and the speed build. A highly dexterous character skilled in evasion can perform rapid consecutive attacks, restage, surround and damage nearby foes in an illusionary replay of recent actions. Oh, that sounds insane. What the fuck? But as you can see, this is like the speedy. Oh, that is sick. Oh my god. And then Finale, obscure yourself and surrounding allies from foes. And then we got Recluse, which pretty much is the mage, a high prowess character skilled in curse magic that allows them to use powerful spells. As Magic Cocktail, which collects affinity residues from targets to fire an affinity exploding magic cocktail. And Soul Blood Song, unleash forbidden blood chant to brand nearby foes with blood sigils. So I'm guessing that's like, it's like a buff. I'm guessing it's like a buff. But within Elden Ring Night Reign, you're not in Limgrave, for what I was told. You're not in Limgrave. You're pretty much in like a whole new area. I think it's called Limvale, here it is. So you're in Limvale. As the new Elden Ring world, Limvale is full of adventures. While the layouts stay more or less the same, the loot drops, enemies, and bosses all shift and change within each session. So from my knowledge, like I said, it's a roguelike. So in Elden Ring Night Reign, there's like 3 days. On the first day, you drop in with your squad or by yourself and you start to get ready to pretty much get yourself leveled up, looted up, get yourself stronger, and each night for each day there will be a boss. So for what I was told, if you do die in the daytime, your session won't end. You will respawn, but if you die in the nighttime, then you're dead. You gotta restart. you gotta restart. But after you survive through each of the days, day 1, day 2, day 3 is when you finally pretty much go over to the final boss, and it's pretty much like one of the most challenging bosses that you will fight within Elden Ring Night Reign. Don't know how challenging, because of course I haven't felt, but for some of the people who played early, they will most likely understand a lot better. So yeah, but as you guys are dropped into Limvale, you are pretty much making yourself obtain items, equipment, runes, getting yourself stronger, making yourself level up, and just also each weapon, each whatever item or equipment you get, you have different builds, of course, as well. So depending on what type of build you want to do is all up to you, which is the creativity with roguelites, which I love about roguelites, is that you don't have to follow along with only one build. I mean, you can if you want to, but of course you could explore your options to see how different builds go. You know what I'm saying? So when I play Dead Cells, sometimes I like to do a bleed poison build. Sometimes I like to do a freeze build. Sometimes I like to do a raw strength build. It all depends on how you want to go through your playtime session. You can be creative. You can find new things, new playstyles, new combinations. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, but other than that, I think I pretty much covered a lot of the basics. See, like, this is new to me. Special rewards, dormant power. Defeating powerful enemies or group of foes with names will drop a unique reward called dormant power. All players who choose one weapon or a special effect from a selection of rewards claim it from dormant power. Choose the rewards you want according to your character's strength and desired build. So yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, if you're playing with friends, to revive friends, you have to hit them. But the more times they get down, the more hits it will take for them to pretty much get back up. So yeah. Honestly, after that, I think I pretty much just covered like the basics of how this game is gonna be. We only have one area map that we can be in, which is Limville. But of course, within the trailers we've seen, there's like different maps that will be available to us, probably when the full game releases. So until then, Limville in these 4 classes is what we have. But honestly, that's way better than we could ask for. It's better than just having one class to play with, of course. But not that I'm complaining. But this was pretty much me summarizing what the Elden Ring NIGHTREIGN beta is going to be like, and the type of concept of how Elden Ring NIGHTREIGN is going to be. The full game when it releases is going to be $40, and the deluxe edition will have DLC. So the game will have DLC after its release. And yeah, other than that, if you guys did enjoy this video, I hope I did my best explaining, because I would like to do a lot more videos with me just talking about a certain game and the elements and aspects that the game will be having and following. So I think stuff like this is cool to do. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm out of here, and yeah, take care.